Welcome back to Idoxodong Extras. I am your host, T, and today I am proud to be able to come back to my truest love, and that is with BLs. Anybody who has been a listener of Idoxodong since the very beginning knows that I love BLs so much. So much, in fact, that I painted myself into a corner, a revenge love flavored corner that I have not been able to get out of. In order to extricate myself from the miasma that I love, that is revenge love, without boring my listeners to death, I knew that I had to get back out there and start dating these BLs again. It's so scary. It's so hard, isn't it? OMG. So today, I have a double header of BLs that I have given the first impressions treatment. So if you're here, and welcome if you are, and you are looking for a streamlined experience when it comes to your listening pleasure, I'm sorry to disappoint you, because whether it is a drama out of Hankook, a C drama, a J drama, a licorn, one from the Philippines, a BL, a Taiwanese drama, and maybe even throw in some Hong Kong and Vietnamese. I mean, you're not catching my drift. You don't see. You're not hearing that I love, when I say I triple love dramas, I mean that. So I watch it all, baby. I watch it all. And I'm hoping that non-streamlined approach will enable you to find something that you like instead of just settling for what I'm giving you. Because, baby, I watch them all. And that's why I'm glad that I was willing to get out there and date again, I was able to get out there and just, mingle or whatever. Because I'm telling you, after revenged love, it's so hard to get out there and watch BLs again because, they spoiled us to death on that. And I absolutely love it. So, first up is Me and Thee. Me and Thee is a 2025 BL Licorn, and it stars Pandin Pooeen. Now, hey, for those who've been listening to the podcast, and if you want a refresher or you want more from me, you can go to the information about this channel and you can find hundreds of episodes that will give you everything you've never wanted to hear me say about these dramas. But I was not looking forward to watching the Pooeen. I love Pooeen as a human being. You know what I'm saying? He's polyglot goals. This boy is not, he not ugly or anything like that. But when it comes to the acting, we all have to start somewhere. So I ain't mad at you, baby. You better than me, okay? Because I ain't never acted in nothing. So when I say you can't act, it's always by default better than me because I haven't acted in nothing. But wasn't exactly watching this for him. Was watching it for Pond until the motherfucker came on y'all, because I don't know, like, that champagne almost want to wash you out a little bit hair color he's got is working for me, bae. What? B? And he's got the little bit longer in the back a little bit. If it was any longer, it'd definitely be mullet territory, but it's fine where it is. And, so I'm going through episode 1 and I'm watching him in this wife beater, baby, or would it be husband beater? Because we're looking at a BL. And I said, Pooeen, what are you doing? What are you doing looking like a damn snack over there? What are you doing looking good on this? And it's not that I don't expect that he's going to have a couple of looks, but you know what? I was tripping and forgetting that when Paween takes his shirt off, it's like the neck up don't even exist, ain't it? Because in that wife beater, husband beater, them arms was looking just right, wasn't they? I was like, okay. Now y'all know I was watching it in 2 times speed because y'all, a Thai or Lacorn BL can be something to kind of, reimmerse yourself in when you've been away as long as I have. They're very prolific in their production, which I do appreciate, but I didn't have high expectations. But man, I had to like slow down and watch that in real time. So let me give you a little bit of the premise. And for those who don't want it, here's your warning shot. So Paween, and y'all know how I do it. If your government name is hitting harder than your drama name, that's just who you gonna be. So you know who I'm talking about. But Paween, just so you know, his name is Peach in it, which is, oh my gosh, like my favorite flavor. I'm sorry guys, but he has a brother. His brother one night, now I'm skipping a whole lot, but Paween's like a photographer and he's doing the photography thing. He all nice because he meet a little dude in the store. The little dude about to waste his money on a camera he don't know how to use yet. So Paween's like, hey, I got you in fifth period or whatever. I'll see you next week. Give me this damn camera. Give me my damn camera back. Have you seen me without a shirt? I will come find you and win. So bring my damn camera back. And the little boy, he was nice. He was very appreciative of this loan because it's his P and he don't know a damn thing about cameras. Paween knew that, so saved the young man money. So this is the part that I'm skipping. Sorry for skipping it. He's a photographer, okay? So he's got a brother. His brother was, let's just say he was up at the club one night, kicking it. Decided that he had to go to the restroom. He got rolled up on by a group of bodyguards who was like, hey, our boss want you tonight. And he looked up at them like, I'm not doing that. Even though they had pulled guns on him and all that. So Paween, having at some point found out his brother was at this club, he goes up to the club. He goes to the bathroom looking for a little bro. And Nong is in there being held up at gunpoint. And Paween, he not just a photographer, he a damn thinker. Because when he came in the bathroom, he was like, I'm sorry. You know what, boy, that's where you are. So he goes and he plucks his little brother up off the floor. And it's just one of those vibes where just act natural. And you can do, I was reading some life hacks the other day and people are like, if you got a fluorescent vest and a clipboard, you can get into anywhere. And then the other half of that is just having confidence that you belong where you're going. And that's how he strolled in the bathroom minus the fluorescent vest. And he was like, little bro, let's go. Boy, get up off the floor. Let's go. So he played it so smooth that the killer security guards were kind of taking off kilter, until Pond showed up in the scene. And he was like, his right hand man, who is Est, who does a perfect job of being like a Jeeves character. Yeah, he's really good at that. Anyway, so he's like, should I intervene? And he was like, nah, you cool, because now I want the brother. Now I want the other one. So he's like, okay, so he lets them go. As we know, most dramas or want to do, they make our leads fall in love instantly. And that is not a complaint from me, because baby, I ain't got all day long for this. So Paween starts to go and continue to live his life. His brother kind of explains to him how he got in the jam. It don't make no damn sense, but Paween is like, look, stay out of bathrooms. Next time you got to go to the bathroom, go home, or don't just dehydrate when you're out. Don't do nothing, because when you do stuff, you get stuck up by everybody at the bar. And baby, I ain't got time for this. I have lifted some weights, but I muscles do not beat bullets. So Paween ends up having run-ins with Pond because at this point he is in Pond's sights. Pond is like, look, you're mine, and let me just go on and give him the same treatment. Pond is the Thee or the T. Now we in Thai, y'all. So it's probably T, but y'all know how it go with this. Okay. For me, it's me and thee. Okay. But he's totally in y'all. Madly in love. Now, let me give you the vibe of this. The vibe of this drama is it's a comedy. I ain't even checked the tags, baby. Why you gotta check the tags when you can see how goofy they been? But I have to confess, it's not as slapstick as it could be, and as it maybe, has been historically. There's something different about this quality of comedy that I haven't quite named yet. Maybe as I go through these episodes, I'll be able to better peg it. No pun intended. But Pond is goofier than fuck in this. Like, they're both incredibly, like, and it's because Pond is such a rich, entitled little bastard, that he don't have no self-awareness. And I'm getting there, guys, and trying to depict what is this? What type of comedy is this? Pond doesn't have any self-awareness. None. Which makes it less slapstick. I cannot stand slapstick. I don't like rom-coms, but if you're going to do your rom-com, the less self-awareness, the better. And whenever Pond does something that's just boneheaded, so for instance, he's so rich, he's so everything that you would expect a rich, guy who, you know, sticks people up at gunpoint telling them you gonna be mine tonight. He's very incredibly dumb. Like, he don't know how to deal with people. So his idea of romance is not even it's not even romance whatsoever. So he's learned different things about Paween because he's given Paween rides, and it's been extremely coercive. But his brother at some point is sent some flowers, and between Paween and Pond, they've had an opportunity to speak, and Paween shared, I'm sure in a very unknowing way, that his favorite chocolate is bitter chocolate. The more bitter, the better. And for him, it was just a comment, a passing comment. Pond took that, and he sent flowers and he sent candy to the brother, and the brother's like, wow, there are these huge, like, think about a Hershey's Kisses drop, but like a big, like one as big as your palm. So there's like a package of that, 4 of them though. And the brother tasted, he's like, ugh, this tastes like something you would like tasting. And Paween's like, yeah, this is really good. This is expensive chocolate. And so his brother's like, this is for you. Like, he got this for you. And Paween's like, there's no way. This guy, him? Please. No, he did not get this for me. He's like, well, whatever you want to think, it's yours, because I'm not eating this little nasty. This is nasty. Take it. So he does. And then these two were coming to the end of episode 1. And our Pond and our Paween, they have an opportunity to spend some more time together, let's say. Because remember, Pond is not the guy that's like, go on a date with me. I think you're really fine. I think you this and that. It's like, go on a date with me or else. He's coercive. He makes you do what he wants you to do because he thinks that money literally can solve everything. And Paween's constantly trying to tell him it doesn't. So these two have a scenario where they're having a meal with each other, and they're literally grilling the meat, etc. And Paween, how they will endearingly place a piece of food on your bowl as a sign of affection. Pond is so paranoid that he slaps Paween's hand, and his hand smacks up against the grill and he's hurt. And Pond immediately knows that he has messed up, except he doesn't really understand why. Paween goes out of his way to explain it to him, and I'm not going to lie. And it is at the end of the first episode. I always try to find the love, love, love for you guys. And you know what? Maybe this isn't overt love, but it touched me. Because at the end of episode 1, Paween and Pond, they're having a confrontation. He's sending him home. Paween's been pouting inside of the vehicle on the way because his hand is hurt, but he's more upset because he doesn't understand why this guy treats him so badly and I haven't done anything to you. So he's now telling Pond this outside the vehicle. And Pond is befuddled because he has no sense of human decency. He's just used to barking orders at people running and tripping over themselves to fulfill those orders. And Paween checks his ass and brings him right on back down to earth. And I'm going to give you some props right here, Paween, because between the way your ass is looking on this and what you were saying, that works for me. I'm not going to lie. And he was just so effective in reading his ass. He really did a good job. By this time, y'all, I'm not in 2x speed. So baby, when I take it off 2x speed, now your drama's doing something. So I just want to commend them and tell you that if you're side-eyeing and you're like, this another one, just hang in there. Hit 2x when you need to. But this drama, I have to confess, it's a little bit refreshing because I was too good for it, as I always am. I'm trying to date again, y'all. I'm trying to date again. And this drama, it really did work for me. So now let's jump into the second part of this double feature first impression and talk about Tide of Love. Okay, so where do we start with Tide of Love? So Tide of Love is a 2025 BL out of Hankook, and this drama is interesting. Now, as a writer, as a I call myself a free writer, as an independently published writer, I know all too well budgets. And this drama has a low budget, okay? That is not meant as a slight. That's not even a flaw. It's not even a con. Because the budget, you know what I'm saying? It's budgeting. The budget on this one is budgeting, y'all. It's budgeting. But guess what? Adaxadong loves dramas so much. That shit don't bother me. Long as you touch me, I don't give a fuck how you make that happen. So this BL takes us back to old school vibes. Why? Well, first of all, the budget. Second of all, it's only 10 minutes. But guess what? Ever since Hankook has stuck its neck out and decided that it was going to contribute to the BL canon of storytelling, they have always been magicians at telling us quite a story in a handful of minutes. And they don't disappoint here. Now, there are those that are not going to understand the lack of cinematography on this motherfucker. There is no cinematography, okay? There isn't. And that's okay. It gives you a very, there's a very Blair Witch, like firsthand, like POV type of situation. It feels like, a step up from a cell phone. I ain't mad at it though, baby, because I produce my own work and I ain't mad at it. So this is what I love about low budget shit. You just get the good parts only. And that's one of my mottos. Baby, I do not have time to be playing with you out here. I write love stories. I am a novelist. I write short stories. I write, novellas. But baby, I ain't got time to give you why do people have the energy to write 250 pages of fluff? I don't have time for that. They got in here and they got this crap done. So let me give you what happened in episode 1, and here's your warning. So Uri, dear male lead, his name is Hejun in the drama. Now remember, the government, these people are not recognizable to me. So their government and their drama names are interchangeable. So I guess I'll behave on this and use their drama names. So Hejun, Kim Hejun, he takes a job. His mother, and we all know the trope, okay? Mom's in the hospital, needs life-saving surgery, but somebody's got to pay for that shit. And so he decides that he's going to pay for it, and he's doing a job that he's pining. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if he writing a letter, baby, or if this is just all internal dialogue, and I don't really care. But his narration in his head, baby, is saying, I can't even tell you what I'm doing. And it's like, baby, that's your first strike. When you got to do something strange for a little piece of change, don't tell people you doing some strange shit. That way you ain't never got to tell nobody. You can keep it a good secret. So he's rolling up with his roll on, carry on, and he's approaching this house. And the owner of this house is Han Tae-hun. Okay? Han Jae-hun. Okay, so his name is Hejun and his name is Jae-hun. Are they playing with me right now? Why are they playing with me right now? Okay. Okay. Jae-hun is standing on his veranda watching this guy stroll up with his luggage, and he does. And he comes into the house. And as soon, yeah, when I say only the good parts and only the relevant parts, that's another reason why I love low budget shit, because they ain't got no money to pay no fucking extras. All you get are the two motherfuckers, the only two people in the story that matter. The two people that's about to get that shit going. And I love that. So it's just them two. And he goes into the room, baby. The set is a bed. Okay. So he sits on the bed. There's the contract there. And he's like, you agreed. You said you was going to do this, so you need to sign it. And he's like, okay, I'm going to sign it. I mean, I didn't come all this way not to sign the motherfucking papers. So he signed the contract. And what do you think happened after that? Yeah, as soon as he signed that contract, homeboy climbed on top of the bed and got on top of him. And I'm like, did these people read my... Are these people like, you know what, let's take Arak all the way back in time. Y'all remember that song by Blackstreet? Let's go back all the way. You remember that song? If you okay, sorry, but it took me back because they just got to the shit. Okay, so he's basically rubbing it in about how painful all this is gonna be. And he's like, baby, you signed up for it though, so they are. He's kissing him for real. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Seasons of Love Chimney baby over there. Tai. The script is way better though. The budget's a little bit higher over there in Tai, but the script is much better over here. It's more, yeah. But anyway, so he's kissing him. And like while he's kissing him, he's biting him. So it's all BDS, light right now because he's biting him and stuff. And the guy under him is like, I don't want to make a noise, but that little sound of discomfort. So he's continuously kissing him and all this. And y'all, this don't even sound like this isn't anything. What I just described to you will not be on no list of nominees for nothing in any country, whether it's Hankook, US, nowhere. But see, every drama, whether it's mainstream or BL, but we're in BL, so we'll just, y'all, we focus, let me talk for me. I focus too much on that male lead because it's like, we know he got that heat, we just assume he's a topper. But let me tell you what, in Me and Thee and in Tide of Love, it's that bottom, ain't it? That sleeper cell by Tam. because the guy that's trying to save mama in the hospital, that's the one you got to watch for, because his interactions with his co-star are just like, this is gonna be something else, because the guy Jaehoon, he just seems like he is just a thrill seeker. When homeboy first gets in on set, baby, the room, he's like, I only do art students. I only sleep with art students. And I'm like, okay, you're okay. All right. And his counterpart is just looking at him like he doesn't understand what's going on, even though he knows what he signed up for. He doesn't really understand what he's walking into. And on his way, walking up the pathway to enter the house, Udi Topper is thinking, wow, I've gone through 30 art students. Here we go, another one that I'm going to run off. But while he is on top of him, kissing him for real, y'all, real kid, like these, it's all about the kiss. Oh my gosh, I wish I could just hold a workshop for all drama actors and idols. Like, please, will you listen to me? Y'all, there's no hesitancy. There is nothing holding these people back at all. But you can tell that what Hejun is doing to Jaehoon is cracking his sadistic shell, because you could just tell that Jaehoon, he does this shit. It's not even about like gratification. Let me satisfy my sexual urge. No, he is doing this because there's a sadistic streak that's running through him or fueling him. But Hejun, he is cracking that fucking shell already. And it's really hard to describe with words. You have to see it. It is in episode 1. If I'm not mistaken, episode 1 is the only episode out. And I know it's like 10 minutes. Like, this is a drama that should be dropping 3 and 4 episodes, per week. But yeah, title. Tide of Love. I'm sorry, it's the title, but Tide of Love. Wow. It's so low budget. But you know what? I'm starting to I'm getting my feet wet. I'm dating these BLs again, and I have to say, they are throwing me some curveballs, and I'm enjoying that. And there's no pun intended there either. Okay, but this is really surprising me how enjoyable this is becoming. What say you? Have you watched any of this? I do realize this kind of episode is just going to draw the BLers in. Come on, come on, come on in. You are welcome here. We can talk about it here at Adaxadang Extras. I'm so happy that you've decided to join me here. Make sure you comment. Make sure you share these videos with folks that you know are BLers. And even better than that, make sure that you scoop those folks in who are looking for creators who touch every locale. And I'm not hating on any creators out there who are doing their thing. Keep doing it. But sometimes it's frustrating when you find a creator who you really like, but they only watch one type of drama. That can be a little frustrating because you know that their skills will work to illuminate other stories, but you can't dictate people's likes. Enter Araksadang Extras, the place where I like and I'm watching every thing, so you don't have to worry whether it's a classic drama in any of the locales that I've named, or a contemporary, or a wujio, or a historical, or seku. It doesn't matter. I watch them all, and I hope that I will be able to connect with you in the next drama.